Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode we're going to talk about how to do a proper self-assessment of you and your work. So this is going to help you elevate where you are right now, assess where you have been in the past with your work, and where you want to go. It sounds like it's going to be really basic, but I'm going to make it real deep and complicated for you. Don't worry. So if you're a normal photographer, wildlife photographer, or otherwise, you probably do things like you miss shots. You focus on the wrong thing by accident, like you're focused on a blade of grass instead of your subject, like a deer or moose, I don't know. Something was wrong. For whatever reason, you've missed shots before. When you get home and you realize you've screwed up some shots, you probably kick yourself and think, I gotta remember not to do that next time. But we don't want to be just a normal human being that sees we have some mistakes and then decides to just move on with our life. We want to be extraordinary. To do that, we have to live with our mistakes. We have to live a life of regret. But we have to do it really constructively, and I will show you how. So here's what you're gonna do to give yourself a very basic self-assessment of your work and yourself. You're going to ask yourself 3 questions. You're going to ask, what am I already good at? What do I want to be good at but ain't good at yet? And what needs work? As in, what are you not already good at? I never like to phrase that as what am I bad at, because that's not very constructive. Being bad at something is a failure and a defeat, but being not good at something yet or needing to just fix something, that's a lot more constructive. So I strongly advise you actually write those questions down and you answer them. To do this, you need a pencil and paper, but you also need to pull up your portfolio or your Instagram or wherever you have the majority of your best works housed. Now, if you don't already have a proper portfolio with your best 10 to 30 shots, I really suggest you either print one or make one online. It's very easy, you can do it for free. Even if you don't have a proper portfolio, pull up your best 10 to 30 shots on your computer screen, or better yet, do print them out and lay them all out on a table or something. I find that is extremely helpful to have physical things printed out that I can sort of get an overview of everything all together and even jot down and make notes. Now that you've got all of your images, your best images, pulled up in some form or fashion, you need to sort of look at the themes. You may realize you're actually really, really good at something you didn't notice you were good at because you haven't looked at your body of work as a whole yet. You may realize you're actually not so good at something you didn't realize you were not so good at. You probably already have an idea of something you want to be good at, and if you don't, I don't know, you need to set some goals in your life. If you don't already have like a specific photography goal, set a new goal, for sure. That'll help you get out of a rut or just improve in general. Okay, back to self-assessment. So you've got all these works out, you've looked at sort of the themes of what you're good at, you're not so good at, stuff like that. Now, you need to be really specific when you answer those 3 questions of what you're good at, what you want to be good at, and what needs work. You don't want to say, I want to be good at photography, or I want to be good at shooting birds. You want to get specific because vague answers beget vague results. And that's not extraordinary. That's just average, and we don't want to be normal and average. Anyways, so for example, let's just say you are very good at shooting birds in flight. You are very good at capturing the subject of a bird in flight. You nail the shutter speed, you nail the focus, you can handhold like a fucking magician. You do this amazing. So good at it. But after laying all your photos out, you realize you're kind of bad at paying attention to your background. Some of these photos you had that you were kind of proud of, you're thinking, Wow, that shot could have been so much better if the background wasn't a parking lot or a freeway. You now realize you get so caught up focusing on what you're already good at, shooting your subject, you're not paying attention to other things like the background. We gotta focus more on the background. That's what we need to work on. And as for something we're not good at yet, but we want to be good at, well, like I said, you've probably already got this in mind. But for this example, we'll say you want to get better at shooting birds diving into the water. You just haven't got that kind of timing down yet, and honestly, maybe you just haven't gotten around to trying too much. But now it's a new goal, and you're going to put more effort into it. Those are the specific sorts of answers I mean. You need to be as specific as you can. As you go through these questions and look at your portfolio or body of work, you might be thinking, I'm good at a lot of things, and I'm not so good at a lot of things, and there are a lot of things I want to learn to do. Feel free to make up as many goals and assessments as you need based on different locations or whatever, times of year. Again, the point of this exercise is to really narrow things down, get focused on some things you can start to fix right away. Now, if this is not already an exercise you are doing with yourself on the regular, I highly encourage you to make it something you do very, very regularly. I would suggest doing this at least once a month or every couple of months, depending on how often you get to shoot. And that really does pretty much wrap it up for this one. Those are very I kicked the camera. Those are very basic questions, but again, you need to wring as much of your creative juices out of yourself as possible when you're answering them. Get specific and really creative with your answers. Push yourself to new limits. All right, so before we go, that is, you gotta take a look at your portfolio or body of work. You gotta write down these questions and write down answers. Keep them on you so you can take notes and stuff and adjust the questions and answers as you go. Also, don't just try to commit them to memory because you're gonna forget them. Get a field notes pocket notebook thingy and keep it in your camera bag. And then 3, what are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna answer those questions very specifically. Or was that? Yeah, you're gonna answer them very specifically. All right, guys, that really is it this time for today. As far as that goes, I do have one small announcement. The Untamed wildlife photography competition that I run over on Instagram has just closed out, and we are gonna have winners announced probably Friday night or Monday morning-ish. So look out for that. If you didn't get to enter the wildlife photography competition I run, I'm going to provide a link below so you can get details on when the next one will start up or any other contests or challenges we start up over here. So be sure to sign up for that. They're really fun. The first one we had no prizes other than glory, but this time these winners get gift cards plus the glory of winning. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that kind of stuff. All right, bye!